All right, we are live. Welcome to Hit or Miss All. I am Night Strike, your host, and I have a motley crew of panelists tonight. Now, in this corner, we have AWAG 1000. What's going on, AWAG?
Hiya. How you guys doing? Happy as can be. I'm building a PC because guns are less expensive than PCs.
That is outright lies, and you know it.
Potentially.
Guns don't kill people. PCs kill people.
Because PCs hack people. It's more brutal.
Yeah.
All right.
There's
no
PC here on this channel. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, personal computer, not politically correct.
Yeah.
Different
What if it's a PC?
We don't talk about that.
We're not talking about Apple.
Don't make me smack you with a South Park episode.
Just for that, I'm going to blow my nose.
All right. Next up, we got Roll Call 219. What's going on, Roll Call?
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for having me on your show tonight.
Thanks for being around.
You're welcome.
And then we've got everyone's favorite Scotsman, the Crazy Scotsman. What's going on, dude?
Not much, man. Good to be here. Feeling better. Feeling much better than it was the last few days. Just happy to be on, chill out with you guys.
Awesome. Glad you're here. And then last, and certainly not least, in this corner, we have Travis P11.
Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. Shameless plug. Make sure you check out Caliber Corner over on gunchannels.com Saturday morning. And my YouTube channel, Travis P11. It's good stuff.
All
Thanks
right.
for being by, man.
No problem. So tonight we're going to talk about a couple things. I am going to go over a little bit of what Ellis went over the other day. There was a place down in Jacksonville, Florida, called Jaguar, however you say it.
Power Sports, I think. Yeah.
And they're primarily a motorcycle company, but because they had flags for each branch of the United States military right next to the United States flag, they were told by a city representative they were giving them a citation for it and told to take it down. And there was a veteran that was a customer in there that said, well, why do they need to take it down? I fought for this country, and I fought so those flags could be up there. I even took 3 bullets to the leg. And the lady went and turned around and looked at him and said, you did nothing for this country.
I would have slapped her right upside the face.
Yeah. Well, the update on this is, 1, the city told them they could tear up the citation because the city was not going to honor that because they got a shit ton of flack for that. A monumental shit ton of flack. 2, I don't know if she's on administrative leave or I don't know if she's on unpaid leave, but that lady who did that, she's on leave.
And she's probably catching flack for that too.
Oh, she's getting a shit ton of flack. And it's so bad that apparently from what I've seen, the city who hired her or who whatever, her supervisor literally forced her to make an apology, and she posted that on Facebook. And I'm like, wow, okay, yeah. But not that apology means jack when you say that to a veteran. I mean, what the hell?
Link Hyrule wants to know what we're talking about.
We're talking about the Jacksonville situation where a woman working for the Jacksonville city served a citation to an automotive store for having military flags of the United States for each branch of the United States military right next to the American flag on top of their building. And she told them to take them down.
Was there some sort of city ordinance that said you can't do that? Or is there some
She was citing some obscure city ordinance. But when the city found out and started taking a shit ton of flack for it, this was, I think, Monday, they turned around and today said, no, they can tear up that. We're not enforcing whatever ordinance she was trying to say. And by the way, she's on leave.
Good.
But either way, that pissed me off when I saw that video. I saw the response video from the what you call it the
Facebook post or whatever.
The company and the city, and yeah, I mean they even had it on camera where they've got her saying, "You did nothing for this country," even though the guy was a veteran, is not disabled, but he was injured. Yeah, he
Purple
took
Heart?
3 bullets in the leg. And quite honestly, if someone fights for this country, I don't care who you are, he did a hell of a lot more than you fucking did. So never, ever tell a veteran who fought for this country, almost gave his life for this country, was injured for this country, don't tell him he never did it. He didn't do anything. Because I swear to God, it's going to come back to bite you, and I hope it bites you really hard.
I'm going to jump in on that because, seriously, if I'm there and I hear someone do something like that, I will beat the 11 fucking piss out of them.
Well, it's a woman, so you get
Make me a
problems.
sandwich.
We'll just call Jan.
We'll just call Jan. There we go. Problem solved.
More times than not, man. That happens an awful lot. I mean, it's happened to me a few times during the course of my life. It's really debilitating when you hear stuff like that, especially being a veteran. You get that sense of, like, this person has no gratitude of what I did, and I've even been approached and been like, well, it was your decision to sign on the dotted line, and it's your fault, and yada yada yada. That's been said to me before, but
Yo,
I'm
that's
a bigger
so
person than
ignorant, though. That's
it is.
that's just mean.
I just brush it off. I don't engage in conversation like that because I'm a gun owner and I carry, and me putting my hands on somebody is probably not the best option. So I just steer away from that conversation because I know the majority of the population doesn't really think that way.
Yeah.
Did you jumping off subject a little bit? Did you guys hear what happened in Philadelphia a few days ago?
No, what happened in Philadelphia?
Okay, so apparently these two men, African American men, went into a Starbucks, didn't buy anything. I guess the general manager or something said, "Hey, can you please leave if you're not going to buy anything?" And then after that, they went to go use the bathroom, and then something. I've tried to watch one of the videos. There's too much going on at the time, but apparently something escalated. The manager ended up calling the cops, and both of these African American gentlemen get arrested. And now the city of Philadelphia is losing their shit over it.
Yeah, they closed down the Starbucks to give the people what kind of training? Like
it's like unconscious bias training.
Yeah. They shut down all Starbucks. Crazy.
It's crazy, and I work pretty close to Philadelphia, so like there's a Starbucks that is around the corner from me, and people are like, there was like a mob today around that Starbucks. I'm just like, is this really necessary? Like, 2 guys got arrested. Like, can we just leave it at that? And if they're innocent, they're innocent. Like, if something happened, if they assaulted somebody, then it's it's their fault.
Yeah. But there's a lot of shit that's going on lately. Anyways, what else were we going to talk about tonight?
What did I miss?
I don't know. Did you miss anything?
Barbara Bush, the first lady, has died.
Arlie Ermey has died on Sunday.
Age 92 today.
Yeah. Arlie Ermey died, so, give us salute. Even if you weren't in the military, salute him because, damn it, he deserves it.
She was number 3. Arlie Army was number 2. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Arlie Army was number 1. The guy from Night Court was number 2. Barbara Bush is number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really made me sad when Arlie Army passed away. Like, it was so unexpected, though. You know, he was 74, and he was like, he looked like he was in great health for the past few years.
Liberal hit job. Put on your tinfoil hat.
Well,
I really hope not. I mean, I kind of hope it was pneumonia, but if it ended up being like one of those wacky conspiracy things going on, oh, I'd be livid.
and he was pretty pro-gun himself.
I know. He was sponsored by like what, Glock, I think?
Sponsored by everybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
Yeah,
I used to
Glock
watch his
was his
TV
main
shows.
Cool.
I used to watch those TV shows like it was my job.
yeah. So
The judge from Night Court died too. He
Yeah,
died yesterday.
that was
number
the
2.
that's number 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Why are all these great people dying and then we're stuck with like Kanye West and the
Kardashians.
Yeah, all
the
those
good
sorry
ones
ass
die
people.
first, and the assholes live forever. Why do
Roger
you think I'm
that.
still around?
Man, I don't know. It's just makes me unhappy. All right, so let's go on a lighter note.
How about the fact that Neil Gorsuch, the Donald Trump appointee, betrayed the American people by removing the stipulation for deporting illegals? How come no one's talking about that?
Because no one trusts the courts, anyways.
Donald Trump just tweeted about that.
Neil Gorsuch removes the law requiring deportation of immigrants, illegal immigrants convicted of crimes. How come this has not been raised as a gigantic stink against the American people? This is a direct capitulation to sanctuary city bullshit. Explain to me why that's okay. Why is no one talking about this?
Probably no one heard of it.
Newsflash, it's been out for 12 hours. Why is no one talking about this? Why is this turncoat piece of shit that was appointed by the president we voted for allowed to do this?
I have no idea, and I don't know why he did it.
Well, why aren't people talking about the 16? They're trying to let 16-year-olds vote in federal elections.
That's in the District of Columbia, and we already know they're not a state. They don't count, and they're out of their fucking minds. So who gives a shit? It'll never
It's
happen.
crazy.
That's just because they want the fucking Tide Pod eating motherfuckers to vote so they can get their
It's
way.
never going to happen. It's never going to be passed. What needs to happen is we have to have somebody in office who has the fucking balls to go, this is the age that you are considered an adult. You can drink, you can smoke, you can join the military, and you can vote. And you need
What
make
needs
that
to happen is
a
Trump.
blanket thing.
Trump needs to step up to the fucking plate and do what he said he was going to do and fucking grow those pair of balls and quit fucking around.
He can't do that. He can't do that. Not right now. He can't do that. He's surrounded by nothing but bullshit liberal controversy. It's a bunch of smoke and mirrors because they're so fucking desperate to try to get something on him, and nothing in 16 months has stuck. It is a pathetic attempt to undermine democracy. If you want a solution to this, once all of this has been pointed out and proven, the president needs to direct the Supreme Court or whoever is in charge to completely discredit and disband the DNC, because they are nothing more than traitorous pieces of shit. All they do is try to fuck democracy. Everything they have done in the last 16 months has undermined democracy. Nothing have they done in the last 16 months has helped anybody but themselves.
Well, newsflash for you, kiddo. We're not supposed to be a democracy. We're supposed to be a republic.
No, it doesn't matter. The point of the point is the definition of treason. The literal definition of treason is anything that you do that undermines the process of the system in place in your country.
Well,
they have done nothing but undermine the system. Nothing. They have not passed anything. They have not helped anybody but themselves. All they do is try to spread bullshit and hurt and anger and rhetoric and feels with no facts back behind it. And all they're trying to do is create a stink to get themselves back into power. They have done nothing useful in 16 months.
And here's the problem, Sean. When you get into, it doesn't matter whether you're the House of Representatives or you're in the Senate, okay? When you take that position, you have to say an oath of office. Even if you're a representative, even if you're a senator. Why aren't we holding them accountable for actively working against their oath and actually breaking their oath? Why aren't they being held accountable for that? Because quite honestly, you gave an oath to the country and the people of the United States, and you break it every fucking day.
Well, that should just go to show you what the value of the oath is. It's worthless. It's absolutely worthless today. It's all garbage. It's all fake. It's all artificial. You've got two parties playing the same fucking game. You've got a president who doesn't play for either side. And what are they trying to do? Both sides are trying to tear him down.
Yeah, because he won't fucking play.
Because he's not of their ilk. Look, this was not the man I elected. It's not. He is not the man I elected. I do not believe in him. I do not believe in his policy. I do not believe in his politics. I think he's a sham. I think he's a fake. I think he's a piece of shit. I honestly do. But he beat the man I voted for because he played the game better than the man I voted for. And he's still better than the other side. And because of that, I will eat the shit and I will swallow that pill and I will back that man because my man lost. And hopefully my man or somebody else will learn from this and defeat the charlatan that's in office. Because they're all fakes. The Democrats were fakes. Hillary was a fake. Hillary fucking disenfranchised a fucking socialist. And she took her party's nomination, and she still lost.
Well,
she spent 10 times the money Donald Trump spent.
She and her party blackmailed her to get the nomination and actively
bought off Bernie. She bought off Bernie.
Yeah.
She probably just, you know what she did? She just played all her cards out on the table with her body count, and she says, "Do you want to be number 57?" And he was like, "I don't want any of that." And she says, "I'll give you enough money to go buy yourself a nice house and shut the fuck up." And he was like, "I'll take it." Fuck my voters. I'll take it. I didn't collect a paycheck until I was 41 fucking years old, but I'll fucking take it anyway. Because he's a bitch. They're all fakes. They're all fakes. The president in power right now uses America First as a way to just gain popularity. It shouldn't be it shouldn't be a battle cry for the Republican Party. It should be its own party. Because the Republican Party doesn't believe in America First. It just believes in defeating Democrats. That's all it believes in. All it believes in is in itself.
Right.
Why do you think that Paul Ryan doesn't want to run for re-election? Because he knows that his party is just a sandcastle crumbling under the high tide. The only thing we can do right now is make sure that the Democrats don't win either. We have to elect other people who still stand for conservatism or whatever we believe in that aren't the party norm. Everybody who's leaving office now needs to be replaced by people who think that there's something worth saving. And Democrats don't believe in that. They don't. They like playing fields, and they like playing racism and bigotry and xenophobia. And every fucking one of those despicable pieces of shit needs to be voted out of office.
And he's right, because even when Trump did give ground and gave some stuff to the Democrats, they just turned around and they just acted like crybabies, and then they started bitching and complaining again. So, I agree with that. These people are just a bunch of fake people, and they suck.
They're all fakes. They're all fakes. They're two parties playing the same game, and the American voter, who are victims in all of this, are buying it. They're eating the shit, and they're buying it. They're all fakes. America First is not what you run to get elected. America First should be your platform. It should be, you want to come here. Give us you're tired, you're poor, you're hungry, and you're destitute, and we will gladly have you if you come here willingly under the pretenses of the rules to get you to be a citizen here. We want you here. We want your opinions. We want your ideas. We don't want you to overrule what's here. Add your flavor to the pot. Don't overpower the pot with your flavor. There's a difference.
Right. Now somebody out there is saying they live in a swing. And Travis T is saying, I'm in a swing state with a shit ton of electoral votes. I can't vote for a third party for president of the United States. We're not saying that. No one is saying that, because
nobody is saying that.
We all know
says vote third
that's
party.
not going to happen.
What we're saying is vote for the guy that runs against the incumbent of your party, who follows in line with what you believe in. Get rid of the Paul Ryan. Get rid of the supermodel Governor Rick Perry. Get rid of the fucking Jerry Browns. Get rid of the fucking. Get rid of the Rick Scott. Get rid of the fucking. Who's that asshole in New York? Get rid of the Chuck Schumers even.
Get rid of John Kasich.
Nobody out there runs for what you believe in. Nobody. Not a goddamn one of them. Not in the Senate. Not in the House. Like I voted for Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz has the face of a used car salesman. He has the whiny, sniveling voice of a douchebag. But I met the man. I know the man. I have seen him. I've talked to him face to face. I have met his wife, and I have met the man. Despite what you see, what he is different. He's one of the very few Republicans that are hated by his own party, because he's not really one of them. And we need more of him. Maybe you're not Christian. Maybe you're not Catholic. I'm not. But what he fights for isn't religious. What he fights for is righteous. He doesn't want conservatism or liberalism. He just wants liberty. Maybe he's more libertarian than he puts on to be.
All right.
And
Sean?
I see what Pence is saying. Pence is saying that Ryan isn't running for re-election because he knows that the majority of Democrats are going to take over. That is the kind of thinking that will put them in office. Nobody wants to see Nancy Pelosi become the majority speaker. Okay? Nobody wants that, because that woman is a fucking loon. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to see a Jerry Brown. Nobody wants to see a lunatic liberal become the House Majority Leader. Okay? We can prevent that. What needs to happen is we need to find a man or a woman who speaks for what we believe in, and we need to make that person the next majority leader. That is what we need. Maybe it has to be Ted Cruz until we find somebody better. But until you can name somebody better, that's the guy I'm going to back.
It's just too bad.
And
we
I
couldn't
don't
get
like his
more-
face. I don't like his face. I don't
It's-
like his voice. But I like his message.
It's too bad we couldn't get more people behind Rand Paul.
It's too bad we can't get me on the write-in ballot. I am so sick and tired of this shit. I called a friend. I called my friend. He's a 71-year-old man. He is a conservative. He got me into this. He got me motivated into this. And you know what? He's tired. He doesn't want to talk about this anymore. He doesn't want to listen to this shit on the radio anymore. And I told him today in a very confrontational way where he might not call me back for weeks. And I said, listen, if everybody did what you're telling me you're doing right now, we lost. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, you're not listening to the messages on the radio. You're not listening and fighting against the rhetoric. You're not fighting against the lies. I said, you have that luxury because you're 71 years old. I said, I'm 39 years old. If I did that, I lose because somebody else is going to get voted in when I turn my head and try to ignore it. And I said, that is the exact thing that you cannot do. Somebody has to stop, somebody has to fight, and somebody has to run against the shit. And right now, everybody needs to be motivated to run against it. Even if you don't think you have a chance, if there were 1,000 names on the ballot, that's going to illustrate the point. You got one liberal fucktard who's running against whatever's already in there, and you've got 998 other people running against it saying, we don't buy into either one of these. That's a message, and that needs to be out there. Sorry, I want to.
Yeah. All right. Moving on from politics, I need to talk about some guns. So let's talk about some guns.
Let's talk about some guns.
Well, what are you all carrying?
I got a huge shipment of 303 British ammo today. I'm quite happy.
Yeah. I got the parts in the other day from Roland, so I've got a working C308 now. It doesn't, jam. Figure that one out.
I've got a working SML EGF.
Yeah. So, also the other day, I've got all the stickers I've got the second edition of the Hit or Miss stickers.
They look different than your avatar right now.
They look different than this, right now.
All right, time for the reveal.
Not right now. I'll do that later.
Can't put it on camera.
No, because my camera's not working right now.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna have to reinstall the drivers.
Okay.
Hold on. Is your camera doing what my camera's doing?
I need another bourbon. Although I probably sound like I've had way too many of them already.
You have. Yeah, something like that, Scotsman.
Can you explain what the fuck that is?
You're missing your driver. Your computer did some sort of an update, and the driver that was running the camera is not compatible anymore, or it's missing. The little program that makes your camera run is not there.
Yep.
Feckity fuckity fuck. All right. How do I find that?
I'll tell you later.
On. It looks like it's back on.
No, that's
my icon. That's not my camera.
I also got the Indiegogo campaign stickers that I got to send out. So I've got all that. So we'll be good. All right. AWAG, what was that topic you had for us this evening?
One rifle that is not on the U.S. market that you would like to own.
Oh, repeat that.
Any rifle that is not on the U.S. market right now that you would like to own.
But it has to be a rifle that does exist.
It has to be an existing rifle.
That's a really good one. Give me a minute. I'm going to think about that for a minute.
No,
I'm
AWAG,
gonna
can I
do
still
one
go
in a
with
minute.
what I mentioned earlier? Can it be a PDW?
If you don't mind paying a tax stamp and
No, he
stuff,
Oh, no,
but if it's
No, like not PDW. I'm just saying. Remember I talked about that H&K that I mentioned before?
I was gonna say just something that you can legally acquire today.
Can or cannot?
A rifle
Can.
that I can't normally get in the United States. Right?
Oh, I thought it
Mhm.
was going to be. I thought it was guns that are not available to like the civilian market, or guns that are just not imported.
Yeah, guns that are not like imported or anything, but it can't be like a post 86 machine gun.
I would like to have a Dragunov.
I second that.
Okay.
Um,
I know that's low hanging fruit, but I really would like to have a Dragunov.
I'll be honest. I'm gonna break this just a little bit because
Yeah.
I'd like to have a semi-auto G36 or a semi-auto XM8.
You can have a real G36. This is outside the country.
You can't get a G36 here in the United States.
Well, no, he's saying laws be damned if you can have something outside. Go for it. Have it.
But technically, a G36 is technically a machine gun
That's
by
fine.
U.S. law.
Pay the tax, pay the stamp. You can have one.
Or I'd rather have the G36 and then just get the shell that one guy makes to make it look like an XM8 and be done with it.
Oh, nice strike. We're missing out on a really good low-hanging fruit here. You and I both want MG42s. Let's not kid ourselves.
Oh, I don't want an MG42.
Yeah, done. Done. MG42. I'm changing my thing.
I don't want an MG42 because I don't want anything in like 8mm Mauser. I want an MG3. I'd rather have it in 308. Thank you.
But you can have that now. He's talking about things you can't get right now. It would be Dragunov or MG42 for me.
Things you can't have right now. All right. I'm still gonna go with G36 because you can't get even a semi-auto here in the United States.
That was my fellow angry Scotsman
SL8.
that suggested that.
Yeah, the SL8.
I'm sorry, but fuck the SL8. The SL8 looks nothing like the G36. It's a piece of shit.
I do like the look of the G36. It's kind of Robotech-y. I can't fault you for it. I think it's a great idea.
Because don't make me pull out the images. And just because some of the parts are similar in the SL8 does not mean it is a G36. I'm sorry,
just
but
because
fuck that.
parts of Caitlyn Jenner are similar doesn't make him a fucking woman.
No, that's the point.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. We agree. We agree.
Okay.
Dude, I'm swimming in 303 British right now. It's fucking awesome.
All right, so Scotsman, what would you want to have?
I don't know, man. That's a loaded question.
I thought
Pick
it was
something.
his idea.
That is a loaded question, man. There's so many. Fuck. That's a loaded question, dude. I'd really have to think on that one and get back to you.
Okay, well, pick your knee-jerk reaction one. The first one that came to mind. You don't have to stick with it, but the one that came to mind immediately when we came up with that question. Something that's not here, that's not imported here, that you would love to have, taxes be damned, what would it be?
A Vector R4.
Don't be an angry Scotsman.
Wow, that's
Be
really
a very
awful.
happy one. Be a happy one.
I mean, honestly, you guys made some really good choices. The 36, the 42, both of those are excellent choices.
What calls out to you, though?
Yeah. What do you like? What would you like, but you can't afford, you can't get because you can't have.
No, we're not talking about money. We're not talking about money here.
Yeah.
We're just talking about stuff that ain't here and that you want.
I don't know, man. I really don't. That's a tough one. Now, if you ask me like revolver-wise and stuff, what do I want, or pistol-wise, man, there's all kinds I could fucking run off. Rifle-wise, it's a little bit tougher.
See, he could have took the low-hanging fruit. He could have been like, I would like a full auto brand. Even if it's got that stupid magazine that's in the way.
No, the brand is a nice gun, but I don't know. I mean,
I'm
full auto.
just guiding you. I picked a bad example. I wanted you to go, no. I'd rather
No,
have
but
this.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, full auto is fun and all,
Yeah.
but I really don't
It's
see anything
expensive.
for it.
Okay, I'm with you on that. It is expensive.
All right. Roll call. What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe a full automatic saw, man. I like one of those. They make them in semi-auto. I think FN makes them. But I'd want a fully automatic saw.
All right. Sandhills.
And then to back that up, I'd like a law too. We
law?
can't purchase those things either.
No, we can't.
Definitely can't get those.
Sandhill
But I'd like
shooter.
one of those too.
All right. Are you there?
Yeah.
John, you there?
I'm here.
I had to
Already gave
sneeze
you my
and I
answer.
yawned.
I said John, not Sean.
Sandhills.
That's
I'm here.
scratching my nose.
What was the question? I just got here.
Really?
Oh,
Well, okay, so I've had people at my house. I had a client meeting for my other job, and I wasn't able to get on. And then I did get on, but I wasn't able to listen for a little bit. So bear with me. Just tell me what the heck I'm answering.
okay.
Import be damned. What would you like to have that's not already here?
That's not already here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, shoot.
Rifle.
That's not already here. I don't know about already here or not. If I did anything, I'd probably go with like a full auto Chicago typewriter, to be honest.
Ooh, Thompson. Okay, you and my old man will get along great.
Now listen here, see? We're going to go down there and blow them away, see?
Well, he's a child of 1935, so he's very, very in line with that.
All right, Cagney.
That or a full auto grease gun, just because those were the two issue weapons that my granddad carried as a half-track driver. He didn't carry a Garand. And so he started with a Thompson, he ended with a grease gun, and I would love to have either one.
Okay, with the grease gun, would you rather have the one that you have to charge with, you have to stick your finger in it, or use the old, like, crank-style charger?
I want the finger in it.
The finger is easier to use.
I guess it would depend on if I'm actually using the thing or just to have it. Because just to have it, I honestly wouldn't care. But if it's to use it and actually to defend something, then yeah, definitely the one that's easier, faster.
Which is the finger.
It is.
There's a reason they got rid of the crank. All right, Travis, what do you think?
I know it's kind of considered maybe to be an unreliable or junky gun, but I've always liked the FAMAS F1, the French FAMAS bullpup.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Dusty had one of those.
When you
I
said
had one when I was a kid. I just thought that was the coolest looking gun. It was my first
You,
experience.
you and Smeggy would get along because that's an old Counter-Strike gun.
No, I like it too.
yeah, I like it as well. But as soon as you said French and unreliable, I immediately thought Shoshat.
All right, so there's that. What else is there to talk about tonight?
Okay. Well, let me just touch a couple of points and tell me if this has already been covered. Former First Lady Barbara Bush has died at age 92. We've talked about that.
Arlie
Neil
Irby,
Gorsuch.
we talked about that.
Arlie Irby, as of Sunday, shed his mortal coil at age 74.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
The second biggest voice of the NRA has died. That is devastating, even to me. Okay, we talked about that. Neil Gorsuch, a Donald Trump Supreme Court appointee, has literally blown the doors open for sanctuary cities.
You went on about that.
I did a little bit.
I don't want to talk about it again.
He's still a piece of shit.
I'm not arguing that.
Okay. We talked about that. That's 3 big topics already. All right, how about this? I read a story earlier today that Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, has agreed in part to officially end the Korean War. And that involves the South Korean president and President Donald Trump and Xi Jinping of China. That is actually huge. That is monumental.
The end of the world is coming.
Because everybody he has executed as a general are the types of people who would have stopped him from doing this. When he first became the name that was going to come into power, there was a little voice in the back of my head that said, this guy could be Time Magazine's Man of the Year. He was Western educated. I don't think he quite believed in the communist message that his father preached. And he killed off a lot of people who could have been in power to stop him.
Including his own family.
Including his own family, yes.
It's kind of rough if you think about it.
Well, yeah, but his family's pretty fucked up. What
True.
I'm saying is
well, no, he had his half-brother assassinated because his half-brother left North Korea.
well, when it comes to giving people the benefit of the doubt, I'm having a really hard time doing it for this guy. But everything after he's done these things sort of leads me to believe that maybe he's trustworthy. Maybe. I'm not saying he is. If he follows through with this, and he signs an armistice, and he ends the Korean conflict since 1953, okay, and he wants to unify the country, if he does all these things, and he doesn't turn it into a douchebag, then maybe this was worth it. Because that's a pretty big deal, too. Because he went to the communist Chinese country and said, look, this is what I want to do. And even the Chinese were like, go for it, bro. We got you. You know what I mean? They're not saying, no, this is a bad idea. You're letting capitalism in. They were like, go for it, bro. Xi Jinping was like, go for it, bro.
Yeah, Ohio 45 ACP is saying, shot his uncle with an anti-aircraft artillery piece. Yes. Yes, he did.
My uncle lives an hour from me.
We're talking about Kim Jong-un.
Oh, well, yeah, but the thing is like all Koreans are Kims. So technically, I can't get away from that because my mom's a Kim, which sort of makes me one. But I mean, you see what I'm saying, right? It's like he has done a lot of things that could be they could be spun as heinous things. And yeah, I thought they were pretty heinous too.
You know, I have to agree with Alice on this one. You know, not only are you a Kim, but you're also a McCoy. So you're doubly fucked.
Well, yeah, because I love my bourbon. But my point is if this can end one major historical conflict that the world has had to deal with for the last 75 years, I'll take it. Let it end. Because it's one less thing to have to deal with, right? It's one less thing that the media has to spin. It's one less thing that politicians have to go and try to use as a talking point. If this actually works, this is a huge relief. And I don't even have anything really, I don't have any vested interest in this, you know? I was born there, yeah. But I was taken out of there. My mom, she lived through it. She was born in the middle of it. She's got a lot of hatred towards it.
Right.
But if this ends, I think she could give it up too. She could be like, you know what, fuck it, whatever, it's over.
They're still gonna hate each other, but they just don't have to have a huge military.
I have this huge hope that a Western-educated third generation from an asshole can see the wood for the trees and go, there's nothing in it for me here. There's nothing in it for my people for doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just, I don't have much hope. You're hoping. I don't have any hope because
I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm ready to fucking nuke his ass into the ground.
You are hopelessly optimistic at this point.
No. The thing is I'm optimistic because I really thought that by the third generation they would get this right. But I'm still General Mattis. You know, be professional, be calm, be polite, but also be prepared to kill every motherfucker in the room. That's where I'm at with this guy. This kid is almost 10 years younger than I am. He's a snot-nosed, snivelly little shit that I wouldn't mind fucking, pistol whipping into fucking submission. Because he is not better than me. I'm bigger than him. I'm not fatter than him, but I'm bigger than him, and I'm older than him, and I'm smarter than him. I can knock out every fucking tooth he's got in his face. But he is the leader of a world power in a way, and I don't have that. And I would like to see this over with.
I hate to say this, but I'm technically around his age, and I think he's an asshole.
He is an asshole. He is an absolute asshole. But then again, you know what? He's an asshole who likes the NBA. He's an asshole that was Western educated. He's an asshole that's friends with...
He's an asshole that has friends. That's amazing in itself.
Right, which means he can see the light. He's not so shut out to the outside world, and he's not so brainwashed by what his father taught that he can still change.
Steadley out there in the chat just said, "Who are they talking about?" And Midnight Rage TN responded saying, "Yankee." And no, we're not talking about the Yankee Marshal. We're talking about
Kim
Jong-un, the leader of North Korea.
Shitbag.
Yes.
You do realize that you just, pretty much alienated everybody in your chat in this panel right here, right? Assholes with friends. Think
We're
about
all
it.
assholes, and we're all friends here.
Yeah, exactly. And you think that's amazing. Go fuck yourself.
No.
We made the hour.
I think we made the hour. But and on that note, we all know the guns Ellis wants that he can't have right now, and that would be full auto Chris Victors. So.
I don't want a full auto Chris Victor.
I do apologize for being late. I had to go pick my mother up for dinner.
Ellis does not want a full auto Chris Victor. Ellis just wants a standard, semi-automatic Chris Victor. I'd be happy with that.
See, Ellis wants the pussy version of the Chris Spectre. I want the full auto 10mm.
Well, see, I'd like to have that too. Unfortunately, I'm not paying that kind of a price for one.
$16.99.
Yeah. Well, that's just a bit out of the price range, unless you plan on donating to the Chris Spectre cause.
Super chat.
Super chat.
Raise funds for Ellis.
I wish I could get some super chats. I'll tell you.
What we need to do is have a super chat. We need to make a super chat so Travis P11 can afford to buy his first Whataburger franchise in Kansas.
I live in Nebraska. I mean, I'll go to Kansas. I'm cool with that. I mean, at least they got.
You're gonna suck driving to Kansas to your franchise every day, then, isn't it?
They got better gun laws than we do. I'll take constitutional carry any day over Nebraska.
That was an honest mistake. Let us
Smoother
know
roads, too.
to get Travis P11 his first Whataburger franchise.
Yep.
In Kansas, Nebraska. God damn it! I said Kansas twice.
Imagine the content that would add to my channel. I could tabletop review the entire menu and then schedule a bypass.
I'm still waiting to do a table.
Let me tell you, if you do that, you better make the Chop House Cheddar Burger a normal menu item.
Yeah. Dude, you're gonna be my assistant manager because you know how to run it, bro.
Hey Travis.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I'm still waiting on you to do the tabletop review of a tabletop.
I've got a lot of material from Wanamaker I want to get out there, and then after that, I can review the tabletop. So, yeah, why not?
Did I make a mistake by not wandering over to the ATM and buying that Vetterli Vitali?
Yes, you did.
Those of you who were there probably
Later, guys.
saw me.
Have a good night. Super
You
tired.
guys saw me grieve over that. I'm like, should I have done that?
You should have gotten it, but you didn't. So next time. All right, all. Thank you all for listening. We'll see you next. We'll see you next week. I'll try and do the Friday Night Strike this week, but don't quote me on that. I may not be able to.
Nah, do it. I'll join in.
All right, but let's go
I'll be at work for that particular train wreck.
You're going around the room.
Anyways, roll call. Say your final words. If you're still there.
He's gone, man.
He's gone. All right, Sandhill Shooter, say something.
Something. I just want to thank everybody who's helped me get to almost 80,000 views on my video that started off just as a goof.
Oh my
So,
god!
I know, right? The one about
this afternoon, bro.
I know it's knocking on the door of 80,000. I'm over 79 right now. Yeah, I'm really hoping by the time I get to 1,000 subs, I'll have the however many hours I need to get monetized right away. But if you haven't watched that one, it's not clickbait. It's not fake news. Go have fun, laugh at it. It's on my channel, Sandhill Shooter. It says breaking news: 72 killed resisting gun confiscation in Massachusetts. Just before you rip on it, make sure you watch clear to the end.
Yeah, if you thumbs that down, if you thumbs that video down, you are in favor of gun control. All right, let's just say that right now.
145 people have.
I don't understand what is wrong with people.
People are mad. Oh, the comments are funny. People are ripping on it because they think it's clickbait or fake news or I don't know what it is. But
oh my god!
I did get to meet you at Wanamaker, right?
What's that?
Yes.
He's the skinnier version of me, less gray.
You were there.
I was
He's the fatter version of Travis.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I was like, that was Sandhill Shooter, and they're like, yeah, that's Sandhill Shooter. I'm like, okay, I met him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. You're like the one guy that I didn't shake hands with, I think. But I think I remember seeing you there for like 5 minutes.
I'll see you.
Yeah, he had guns in both hands. You couldn't shake them.
Well, this thing did take both hands, but I was
Fistful of
really
rifles.
tired.
But anyway, thanks everybody. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and give it a look. I think it's funny. I laughed my butt off when I read that on Facebook and I had to make a video of it. That's how that got started.
Oh crap! I forgot to put the bolt back in.
All right, Sean, go ahead and make a plug.
Thank you for having me. I apologize for being late. You can find me on Instagram and YouTube under the name Sean Ponery. I will get back to my normal schedule of releasing videos. I'll probably do a live podcast this weekend on Loading 303 British. I was at Wanamaker. It took me 9.5 hours to get there. I did meet a lot of nice people there, and I'm very grateful that I met you there. And I will see you in November. So thank you for the opportunity.
I don't think I'll be there in November, maybe next April, though.
I'll see you in April.
So, Ellis, anything you want to plug?
I've got a show coming up next week. I'm doing an interview with Alan B. Pro. Be sure to watch that one. And I've got a big surprise for everybody. It should be happening this weekend, probably Saturday night, definitely Saturday night at about 9 o'clock. I want to see people there. It's going to be freaking awesome. It's going to be one you don't want to miss. We've been working on this for a while now. So it's going to be amazing.
I am still genuinely curious what you're trying to send me.
All right. Scotsman, go ahead and make a plug.
All right. Well, first off, thanks for having me again, brother. I appreciate it. Tuesday night strike, hit or miss. Friday night, same thing, kind of not same thing. Night strike, Friday, blah blah blah. Shameless plug for myself. Guys, if you haven't checked out Frag Out Apparel, please go check them out. They were kind enough to make a shirt for Mr. Holster. $15 of every shirt sold goes directly to Mr. Holster.
All right.
And for those of you that don't know, Mr. Holster has cancer, and that's what we're trying to help out with.
You got a link or something we can follow that we could put out there in chat?
Yep, I will grab it right now and put it out there.
Because I'm all for helping someone out, especially like that, because that's just rough.
Oh, by the way, I got your PM, and that's great news.
Yeah. Well, some of you guys in here in the chat, stick around for the after chat because I do want to let you go over a couple things. So, Sean, you got part of it, but that's not all of it.
Hey, not strike. Did you read that article about Effingham, Illinois?
No, but you went over it in your show, and I don't want to be a. I don't want to be a broken record, right?
All right,
Do you have
guys.
anything
I
coming up
threw a link out in the side chat. If it doesn't work, just go to the actual Frag Out company, and then it's right there on the front page. Or if you go to Shirts for a Cause, it's right under there also.
We add a hashtag at the end of it so it works. There you go. So check that out. Help him out if you
You got
can.
anything coming up next on Gun Channels tonight?
Big
Other than the
Gunner,
Daily Gun Show?
Big Gunner 81 should be up next if he's doing his chat tonight.
Okay.
So check Rick out. All right. Travis, last but not least, make plug.
Yeah, man, just check out my YouTube channel, Travis P11. Again, make sure you get over there and check out Sandhill Shooter's little video that he did. It's a lot of fun to watch, and it's educational. It's got a good message to it. And we should be doing a Caliber Corner this Saturday at 8 a.m. Central Time, and you can follow that over at gunchannels.com.
All right. All right. So give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Give us a thumbs down if you didn't and don't watch our videos. If you have any comments or anything you'd like to add, go ahead and comment on the video, and I'll respond to it if I see it. So with that, check out the Friday Night Strike, usually 8 Eastern, I believe. Check out Hit or Miss Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock. Check out GunTube, and since Roll Call wasn't around, check out Rant and Rave every Sunday night, 11-ish. Or whenever.
Yes, whenever.
11-ish,
my shit.
whenever. There we go.
Whenever.
So, with that, we'll see you guys next week. So, take it easy. Thank you all for listening. This was Hit or Miss.
Shall not be infringed.
Shall not be infringed.
Shall not be infringed.
Shall not